Karibu sana katika video la kwanza la Kenyan Readathon. Ee Mungu nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu. Do you know your whole national anthem if you're from Kenya? Do you know? I challenge you to make a video singing the whole song. Hi guys, my name is Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. In this space, we talk about books, we talk about life, we explore journaling and crafting, we talk about food and video shows. TV shows. And today marks the first day of the 4th Kenyan Readathon. If you're not versed with what I'm saying, September was dedicated by Lexa Wendy. I've added the links to our YouTube channel and other social media platform handles. Coined September to be the month that we read mainly books from Kenya. And given that it's 1st September, aside from wishing you an awesome time during this Kenyan Readathon, I want to wish you an awesome month full of love and light, fun, productivity, healing, and adventures. That being said, I'm planning to fully take part in this readathon. Last year, unfortunately, I wasn't able to take part in it. I was going through some things in my life that I need to sort. Mental health is really important. Take care of your medulla oblongata. That being said, the first book that I'll be reading is Whisper in the Jungle by Robert Mwangi. I feel like it will be like a thriller. So I want it to be the Kickstarter of this readathon. So it says, James has been awarded a soccer scholarship to go to America, and he becomes the envy of his village. His girlfriend Jani is, however, skeptical of what a long-distance relationship can do to love. I get her. Long-distance relationship take a lot of work. But when Jani is kidnapped by unknown creatures, James plunges into the mysterious forest at the risk of his life and his American dream to find Jani. That's all I know. I want to go in blind. I will have an amazing time with this. The next book on my TBR list is Beer Pressure by Otieno Opondo. Timon's path towards a better future is paved with several landmines. As an impressionable teenager, his friends pressure him into taking his first sip of beer. He finds out, and the ensuing punishment sears the fear of beer into his consciousness. He focuses on his studies and joins university in Kampala, Uganda, with only one job, getting his undergraduate degree. But is it that clear-cut? Outside of the university world lies a totally different world. It's a world of unchecked freedom, a world where the beer flows freely, immorality reigns supreme, partying is a way of life, and the desire to make it by any means is what counts. Timon finds himself at a crossroad. Will he keep on the straight and narrow, or will he veer off the rails and careen down the steep slope of destruction? Beer pressure. Beer pressure. I hope you don't fall into beer pressure. If you want to indulge in taking beer, you should be over 21. Yes, 21. And by choice, not being forced. The next book, so many people know about it. If you're not aware of it, at least today, I'm going to be educating you a bit. It caused a bit of brouhaha on the social media's platform. I love this book. And the events that were mentioned in this book happened in real life, and I was a bit touched by it. So it has a special place in my heart, and I feel like some of the things that she did talk about opened up avenues for people to talk about trauma, for people to talk about tribalism, for people to talk about the effects of politics, and I have deep respect for the work this lady is doing to our libraries. So I'm a fan. and I'm biased. The first time I read it, actually I read it during the first Kenyan Readathon. So I want to read it and see what is it people are saying about it that I didn't see. Personally, I feel like I still love the book. Despite some people saying it being basic. Sometimes you need basic things, but still hit home. So I am biased. But I want to reread and see if something has changed. I find that sometimes when you read a book at a certain point in your life, and then you read it later on, you might have change of views, a change of heart. You might see things that you didn't see before. So I'm open for that. I'll try to put my bias aside and open my heart to another reading session of The Havoc of Choice by Wanjiru Koinange. For those who are not versed with the book, let me read the brief synopsis. It's 2007 in Kenya. Long held captive by her father's shadow of corruption, Kavata has spent her life suffocated by political machinations. When her husband decides to run in the next election, these shadows threaten to consume her home. Unable to bear this darkness, Kavata plots to escape. As her family falls apart, so too does her country. In the wake of Kenya's post-election turmoil, Kavata and her family must find their way back to each other across a landscape of widespread confusion, desperation, and heart-rending loss. Koinange explores the long-reaching effects of colonization and corruption within the context of a singular household and disparate experiences of class and clan that encapsulate it. Oh Lord! Say yes! Yes! That being said, books from not only Kenya but Africa tend to be heavy. And I want also to read something soft, something that will sweeten my heart, make it laugh, make it feel excited and joyful. And the next book is V for Visa. I've read this before. I love the series. I can stand and shout and say, please read the V for Visa series by Mona Ombaga! And so proudly, I will be buddy reading it with a friend of mine. Hopefully they will love it. The thing about book recommendations that I don't like is when somebody doesn't like the book you love. Oh, it kind of hurts a bit. It does hurt a bit, but you give people the freedom to feel whatever they want to feel. So hopefully she will like it. Hopefully I will fall in love with the book again. It's just full of softness, you know. Two flawed characters with their weaknesses and fears decide to dip, you know. There's this song by Elaine that she says, you take one step to me and I take one step to you. And it's amazing. And this is what V for Visa series is for me. The next book is an nonfiction. And it's Damn Girl, Stop That by Joan Thatia. I've read 4, if not 3 of her books, her nonfiction. I love the fact that she is no nonsense, goes straight to the facts. You know, sometimes you feel like common sense is common, but you realize it ain't. And she hits this common sense into your head. I loved things I should tell my daughter. Things I will tell my daughter. I loved the message in the book. I also read I'm Too Pretty to Be Broke. I love the fact that her books empower women. So far, she has released another book, Confessions of Nairobi Women. And they are part 1 and part 2. I would love to read it. But in the meantime, I will be reading Damn Girl, Stop That. Do I have a synopsis? Does it have a synopsis of what the book entails? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, sometimes the world is conspiring against the woman. Sometimes, though, even though she should know better, the woman gets in her own way. This book is about these times. I'm looking forward to be slapped by this book. And the next book is, I've had this book for quite a while. I think my sister gifted me this book, you know. It's by James Mwangi. It's by Ezekiel Alembi. It's James Mwangi, the People's Banker. If you don't know, James Mwangi is the founder of Equity Bank. So it says, James Mwangi has revolutionized the concept of banking in the third world. As a result, many poor people's lives have been tremendously transformed. His ideas and practice not only uplift but also inspire the low-income majority to work harder. This has won him honor and acclaim locally and beyond. This is a book I think I can read in one sitting or in one day. So this will be a sweet break from reading, I think, Beer Pressure and The Havoc of Choice will be the long, heavy books. So that will be in between that. Aside from that, I have When We Speak by Rafinki. This is also a reread. I read it about a year and a half ago, and I loved this book. Rafinki is a conglomerate of young poets, artists, and writers. I started in Kenyatta University, if I'm not wrong. There's an article about them I'm supposed to edit and upload. Their success story is just motivating and uplifting, especially at a time when there are no jobs. These people just decided to put their heads together and form a body that will help these artists and poets and writers publish books and, expose their art to a wider audience. And I have deep respect for them. This was their first book. And it says, When We Speak, the new poetic distillations from Kenya is an electrifying collection of verses by young Kenyan poets on a variety of concerns which recognizably affects the contemporary Kenyan personality across the generations. Enunciated, or is it enunciated? Herein include preoccupations with art, fashion, culture, current crises, nature and spirituality, with a keen sense of urgency. Did you see the wordplay there? Did you see? The poets compelling wrap their minds around issues that elicit a diversity of emotions, ranging right from delightful mirth to depressing gloom. The net result of these collective distillations is a laudable mosaic of sorts. And I'm coming to appreciate anthology, whether it's short stories or poetry, because it allows you to get a wider scope of themes and point of views and information from different people in a beautiful way, because not two persons will have the same writing style, not two persons will have the same views, not two persons will have the same wordplay. And I enjoyed so much of the poems in this book, so I can't wait to reread it again. Hopefully, because my big mind is like, you said you will read Unbound. I don't have a copy of Unbound, but if I'll manage to get one, that will also be part of the TBR. Otherwise, I can read it for Nonfiction November, because that's a book I really would love to read. Professor Wangari Maathai was a gem. Yes. So this is my TBR about some 7 books, and hopefully I will manage to read them all. Aside from that, a friend of mine and myself intend on creating, or rather crafting, things that have the Kenyan flag. She suggested a blanket, but I am actually out of yarn, so I don't have enough yarn to make a blanket. I have actually 4 blankets to finish. Please, I know the rest of crocheters and knitters know what I'm talking about. Always starting other projects, but in the meantime, I will be making a book sleeve with the Kenyan flag, like the one in the insert, which I didn't finish. I unraveled. And I will do a giveaway for it. I'm feeling generous. I will also love to do 1 or 2 vlogs on the books that I'll be reading from Kenya. And in the vlogs, I would love to do like a cooking session of foods from Kenya. My dog is saying hi. He's busy self-cleaning there and adding aesthetic sounds. So, those mrenda, aliyah, shit. Now I'm craving this with the corn bell. Corn bell is brown ugali, Otherwise, I'm so freaking excited about this Kenyan Readathon. I didn't think I would be this excited, but I am. Home. Even with our challenges, I love my home. I swear I can't imagine living someplace else. I would love to visit other places. Don't get me wrong. But I would also love to just... Home is always best. That being said, are you taking part in the Kenyan Readathon? And if not, you can simply just join my journey as I share things from home. Also, I shall be doing, or rather I will be having some guest poets on my blog. You know, share my space with other poets from Kenya. So if you would love to read their poems, the link to my blog is in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video until this point. And I hope you will get to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. I promise I'm fun. Educative. Entertaining. I am entertaining. So feel free to hit that subscribe button. Turn the notification bell on so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. And hit that like button as it's a way to support this channel. If you loved this video. Also if you love this person. Also if you love books. Also if you love poetry. Also if you love Kenya. Hit that like button. Otherwise, I hope you're reading more books that will give you more pleasure to take off the pressure of life. And until my next video, bye from Michelle from Kenya. Let's do this. Oh God of all creation, bless this our land and nation. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in liberty, peace, and... Bye.